Asia is a website that allows you to measure, prove, and improve your AI skills by simply having a conversation with a voice agent. If this is your first time here, my name is Jay, and this is the Everyday AI channel where we teach you how you can use AI in your daily lives. So I'm going to dive right into this today, and I'm actually not going to do the full sort of conversation here with Asia because, of course, that would take a bit too long. It says the conversation should be about 20 minutes. I'm not going to sit here and talk to voice agent for 20 minutes. In any case, I think it's certainly worth having a try. So I'm just gonna probably do the start. You can have a natural conversation and get your deep personalized AI fluency report completely for free. Cool. So firstly, what best describes your AI journey so far? I wouldn't say I'd be lost without it, but it's definitely, integral part of how I work right now. Place your bet. Where do you think you'll score? I'll keep it modest today, and I'll just keep it at the average. Of course, that's not what I really think. And then we've got one last thing here. So no ChatGPT, Claude, or AI helping you in the answers. Glass half full sort of approach and be friendly. Okay, cool. Okay, so first things first, what should I call you? Call me Jay. Cool. You can actually, looks like you can activate the voice as well. I'm going to do that here. I assumed Asia was a voice agent, but it actually seems to be a chatbot. I think I needed to, let me just make sure. For some reason the voice isn't working. In any case, we're going to keep going. I'm going to use the dictation tool right here on my computer. I'm an AI consultant for global corporations. I usually teach them how to use AI for research, communications, and automation. Not too long ago, I also recently acquired a role as a forward deployed engineer, going into the offices of these global corporations and teaching them how they can implement AI in their existing workflows. First thing I always ask them to do is to document their workflow, and then we do what I sort of call a team audit. This is a framework I came up with. Team stands for time, energy, attention, and money. When we do look at their workflows, what we do is we try and find the friction points with regards to those four aspects, and then we see if there are any sort of AI tools that fit neatly into their existing stack that they can implement in order to actually get some efficiency gains. And that's a bit about what I do. Okay, good stuff. We're going to see what Asia comes up with. The team framework is generally an interesting way to structure that kind of audit. Time, energy, attention, and money is the lens for finding frictions. So when you're actually in those offices running the audit, what does the friction look like in practice? Well, the friction looks like a lot of copying and pasting, a lot of unused APIs and MCP connections that people don't even know exist, and a lot of lack of clarity, I would say, regarding the inputs, the processes, and the outputs that go into any sort of project or task. Let's go with that. And I think I'm going to end it there. But ultimately, you can see here that Asia is slowly building up the report as time goes on. As I mentioned, I'm not going to sit here and talk for 20 minutes, but definitely check this out if you think it would be useful for you. I'm actually pleased to announce I've launched one of my first digital products, which is a 7-day prompting ebook. I've called it Perfecting Prompts, and it's essentially a 7-day crash course on how you can improve your prompting so that you can supercharge your productivity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the link to Perfecting Prompts below. I put in a lot of work into it, and in there I actually include some frameworks that I teach to global corporations. Definitely check it out. These sort of assessments are getting quite popular. I was doing a sort of I guess we'll call it a side project at one point, sort of doing something not too dissimilar from this, but just getting people to fill out forms and then creating sort of infographics to show to board members at a high level of how, let's say, their corporation of 10,000 plus employees are actually using AI, and where there are some opportunities to champion some individuals that are really leading the charge and to also support others who may be falling behind slightly. In any case, definitely check out Asia if you think it would be useful for you.